Okay, it's 3 a.m. It's the 2nd of July, 2025. My name's Dennis. This is Free Association. It's going to be an Munich session. So I'm going to start from the beginning and do a removal for resistance. That's the thing that's been cropping up most recently. I'm going to probably do a trauma removal as well. So we're just getting back to basics, really. This is the two things that seem to me to be the two things that are most important in sorting things out, in getting a flow going, not doing things that damage yourself, not resisting things that are going to be helpful, all of that sort of stuff, which is the same thing, basically. If you're resisting things that are going to be helpful, then you're damaging yourself. And if you're damaging yourself directly, you don't really want to be doing that. That's a psychological issue that needs to get sorted out. So I don't do that very often, but I have been known to do things that are not very healthy and are not good for me. So I need to sort that out. Psychologically, it's a low self-esteem thing. It's like I'm not worthy of doing the good thing, of having the good thing. So it's something like that. So I might think, where's it coming from? That's the point. Where's it coming from? It's got to come from unmet childhood needs of some sort. There's got to be some kind of thing that I needed when I was a kid that I didn't get. And there's a list, because it was a complicated family, and everybody did their best, but they were dealing with their own stuff as well, and very young, and it didn't really work, to be quite honest. For me, it didn't work, but it is what it is, and I've accepted it. I'm just trying to deal with the consequences of it. And a lot of this isn't even real. I mean, the trauma stuff from years ago, I probably shouldn't be carrying now, because I'm 60 years old this year, in like 3 months. So that's a long time to be carrying trauma from childhood. So I don't think that even exists now. But it does come up every now and again as a thing to be taken out, so I do it. So I'm not sure it was real to begin with either, but it felt real. And if it feels real, then experientially, and in terms of what you're carrying in your body, in terms of muscle tightness and cortisol levels and adrenaline levels and things like that, it's real. There's an imprint there. When you go through trauma, or you go through a very stressful situation, your adrenaline kicks in and your cortisol levels go up, and that's imprinted in your energy field as a thing that's a normal way to be. It becomes part of normality. And what I'm trying to do is take out the imprints of what's still lurking there, deep, deep, deep in my subconscious, deep, deep, deep to the point where I would never find it if I was looking for it consciously. So you've got to do it intuitively and douse, or do some muscle testing or something to get a feedback loop going. So that's what I do. I douse. I use my hand, and I get a signal through one of my fingers. I get a twitch for a yes and no movement for no. So you can set that up easily enough. You just ask the question. So you start with, I'm now connecting to my ability to control my immune system. I put a yes for that. Then you can set up the yes or no question. So is my name Dennis Barker? And I've immediately got a yes. So let's try for a no. Is my name Teddy Pendergrass? No response. So that's a no. So yes is a little bit of a finger twitch of some sort. No is nothing moves. And then from there you can just go, all my bodies are free of immune dysfunction. I'm getting a yes for that. All my bodies are free from pathology. I'm getting a yes for that. So let's take out the trauma, then take out the resistance, and then have a look at the low self-esteem, if that's where it's coming from. Take out childhood trauma. Let's just take out childhood trauma. Childhood being defined as 0 to 10. So let's do it that way. 0 to 10. Well, 0 to 10 is very definitely childhood. You could probably define childhood as 0 to 15 or 0 to 16. But I'll do 0 to 10 to start with. and we'll do teenage years 10 to 20 or 10 to 19. Call it 10 to 20 for the sake of being a round number. So, do I have any childhood trauma in my results bodies? I'm getting a yes. I'm now removing all childhood trauma from my results bodies. I'm getting a yes for that. Do I have any childhood trauma in my etheric body? I'm getting a yes for that. I'm now removing all childhood trauma from my etheric body. I'm getting a yes for that. Do I have any childhood trauma in my spiral body? I'm getting a yes. I'm now removing all childhood trauma from my spiral body. I'm getting a yes for that. Do I have any childhood trauma in my gravitational body? I'm getting a yes for that. I'm now removing all childhood trauma from my gravitational body. I'm getting a yes for that. Do I have any childhood trauma in my celestial body? Getting yes. I'm now removing all childhood trauma from my celestial body. I'm getting a yes for that. So I need to install flow and joy. So I'm now installing flow in my results bodies. I'm getting yes. I'm now installing joy in my results bodies. There's quite a see. When I go serious, I know there's something going on, but serious is kind of my default position for so long that I forget to check. But I have gone quite serious the last couple of days, so that's that. Around the accelerator is more fun, more flow, simple. So more getting out and about and meeting new people. Alright, so let's do resistance now. So do I have any resistance in my results bodies? I'm getting yes. I'm now removing all resistance from my results bodies. I'm getting yes for that. Do I have any resistance in my etheric body? I'm getting yes. I'm now removing all resistance from my etheric body. I'm getting yes for that. Do I have any resistance in my spiral body? I'm getting yes. I'm now removing all resistance from my spiral body. I'm getting a yes for that. Do I have any resistance in my gravitational body? I'm getting a yes. I'm now removing all resistance from my gravitational body. I'm getting a yes for that. Do I have any resistance in my celestial body? I'm getting a yes. I'm now removing all resistance from my celestial body. I'm getting a yes for that. So I'm installing joy in my results bodies. I'm getting yes. I'm installing flow in my results bodies. I'm getting yes for that. So the accelerator for that is the same. It's more getting out and meeting people, less resistance to talking to doctors in a sensible way. You still got to have resistance, but not so much resistance you can't see the other side of the argument, examine it properly. So that's kind of where I am with my Munich practice. So back to basics. Two things that seem to make the most difference are those two. There's lots of other things you can take out, but you'll work that out intuitively as you go along. I'm going to stick with these two for the time being because they cover a multitude of everything pretty much. So that's it from me for now. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you again soon.